So what is your role or your title in this project?
I'm Tuesday!
Talk to me more about 5 Dudes, 5 Days.
5 Dudes, 5 Days has a different theme every single week. So it's very varied. It's rather than most collabs that I've seen, they have a certain theme for all of their videos. For example, some people, every week they talk about a different product for Apple or Microsoft, or some other people, every single week they do a little adventure through vlogging and they film themselves running around shooting people while they comment and rack up their count. And then some people, they talk about wrapping up different boxes or something, like tin, they show off their tin collections of DVDs or something. Well, these are all different themes, but 5 Dudes, 5 Days, we've got everything covered. We do everything. We go from Inspirations Week, then we switch on over to Puppet Week, and then we jump off into Wild Card Week, and we do everything. And then we have a Brony Week, and then we have all kinds of, we do everything, good or bad.
What do you think was the highlight of 5 Dudes, 5 Days? What were the glory weeks?
I really liked Ineffective Commercials Week. That was a good highlight for 5 Dudes, 5 Days. It had some good stuff. Good stuff. And then we had, well, I actually kind of liked Brony's Week, only because it was so tongue-in-cheek. Yeah. Tongue-in-cheek.
Talk to me about the puppets that you made for Puppet Week.
Oh, I didn't really make them. All I did was I got pieces of paper, and then I went over to my older brother Tom, and I said, "Hey Tom, would you be willing to draw a bunch of really quick, fast sketches of all the 5 Dudes, 5 Days?" And he said, "Oh, okay, that'd be easy." And then we went over to my room, and I had a bunch of videos, and I just kind of paused them at random, different points. And I paused it for Monday and said, "There," and he just starts drawing them. We leave. Then we come back and he says, "I really feel bad about this because I didn't mean to make his mouth that big." And he said, "Oh, it's okay, just so long as it's done." And then we all laugh at it and go, "Hee, it looks so much like him." And of course I told him not to do me any more justice than everyone else because I want to be just as ridiculed as the rest of us. It's all for fun. We're not trying to put everyone down. And I think Thursdays turned out the best. That was good stuff. Then all I did was I cut out the backs of them with cereal boxes. If you look on the back, you can see, oh, Thursday was made out of cornflakes.
Oh my God. What is your process for making a video?
My process for making a video, step 1, I start writing a script. Step 2, I throw it out and do whatever comes to mind. Step 3, I go back to the script and implement little ideas. Usually when I'm making a video, sometimes I set up a backdrop, and either that's a ship, interior of a ship, maybe a spaceship, or sometimes I put up a box and then put up 2 boxes of Gorilla Munch and then pile a bunch of toilet paper rolls between. I don't know why I do this. This is my background. Well, anyways, and then I film a bunch, refilm a couple things. Sometimes I go for a professional look, and sometimes I go for a non-professional look. It depends on the week theme. Like, for example, last week, I didn't do very many takes for all the things that I said when commentating on what was going on in the video, and it kind of turned out nice that way. I was like, hey, I kind of like the way that I'm kind of going, yeah, and stumbling over myself. It sounds good.
Yeah.
And I actually think I learned that from my fellow dudes, and I think it's a good feel. I like informal.
So what is Shelby like as a human?
As a human, I see Shelby as a mediator. I see Shelby as socially flexible. He gets along with all kinds of people. At least I think so. I've only seen a couple sides of him, but as far as I know, he's definitely a mediator. And I see him as he can turn any situation into a social gathering and a social get-together. He connects these two to this two, and then it's like, and then they're like, oh my gosh, we're gonna get. I find it difficult to truly connect Shelly into the English language with one word. If I was to say it in one anything, I would say.
Who's your favorite celebrity?
My favorite celebrity, Andy Gurvich.
I would agree. I would attest.
My favorite athlete is Benjamin Franklin.
What is your favorite keyboard setup?
Dvorak. I much prefer the keyboard setup Dvorak because, well, it all started way back when. They made this typewriter thingy. And it's supposed to punch keys in. And the keys, the punchers, they kept getting stuck on things like TH. TH, you always put TH together and then they go, ah, man. So then this guy came up with, hey, how about this new setup? And it puts T and H far away from each other, and vice versa, all the others that keep getting stuck. And the way that the mechanics worked, it just so happened to organize the keys all into this QWERTY formation, in which the top few are QWERTY. And that's what everyone uses to this day. However, 60 years after that, some other guy, whose last name was Dvorak, and he wasn't a composer, he was another guy, he came up with, hey, QWERTY, why do we have all this stuff? It's not logical. It's not right. We have a semicolon on the home key. There's something wrong here. So he reorganized it and put it in a much more logical organization. He has all the vowels on one side, and he has all the consonants that are common on the other side, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then he has a period right here. Oh yeah, easy to get to. No, he's got the period. And so that's what I prefer, but nobody else uses it, so the only
It should be used out of context.
So do you have any final words about Shelby and basically everything about him?
I love everything about Shelby because he is so relatable. You can really get to know him just by spending time with him. And I want to be a part of anything he's a part of because I know it'll turn out fun. Maybe it's because I don't have anyone else to spend time with.
Bill? That's awesome. All right, cut that. That was fantastic.
Okay, now.
I like that everything he does will turn out fine. It'll turn out
Yeah, great.
Yes.
better than bad.
Oh, my arm. My hand is shaking.